In this video, I'm going to review a mobile attack called the silent SMS attack, sometimes referred to as the silent zero SMS attack. And I must be in sort of a debunking mood because in the prior video that was published, I talked about SIM swapping versus SIM cloning. And what I want to do is I want to educate people on what is a real threat going into 2026. What do you have control over? What you need to worry about, and then what's a good way to defend yourself, make yourself more secure and more private, but also what's not a real threat, what you don't have control over, and what has already been handled by newer carrier technology, newer phones, newer SMS or eSIMs. And so that you focus your attention on what you can really do in terms of making yourself secure and private. I'm going to certainly do the same thing here on SMS attacks. Now, stay with me here. And then at the end of this video, there'll be a couple recommended videos. One of those is going to be the video on the SIM swapping versus SIM cloning. And so you can continue on and learn about what's a real threat. So with that said, let's get into the subject of SMS attacks. Now, to prep for this video, I did the same thing that I did with the topic of SIM cloning. I went and looked at a number of videos that have been recently published on silent SMS and read a couple blogs because I want to understand what's motivating people to think that silent SMS or SIM cloning is happening to them. And it doesn't surprise me when I look at the content. And so the same thing happened on silent SMS. Now, what I think is happening with influencers, especially the video channels that are producing the AI content, is that they're going to AI and they're asking for a 5 or 10 minute script on why silent SMS attacks are dangerous to you, or why SIM cloning is dangerous to you. And if they can clone your SIM, what can they do to you? And how do you defend yourself? And certainly, if you ask AI to write you a script in that way, it's going to give you that kind of script. And it's going to be written in a way of all these dangers and what you need to be worried about and what hackers can do to you. But if you go to AI, you want to have a conversation with it, because you can lead AI to a certain result, or you can lead AI to what you most fear by simply asking the wrong questions or asking questions in a way that it's going to lead to that result. So the same thing happens with silent SMS. So for example, if I go to AI and I ask for a 5 minute script on why silent SMS is dangerous, it's going to tell me all the dangers and what silent SMS attacks can do to me. But now if I say, I'm a US citizen and I'm using a US mobile carrier, now tell me, am I at risk and what can be done to me with the silent SMS attack? Certainly, it's going to give me a different style of script, and it's going to educate me on why it's dangerous. But then if I say I use a US mobile carrier and the US mobile carriers have shut down their 2G and 3G networks, then you're going to get this answer that says silent SMS is not a danger to you. It's not a threat to you. So all the carriers in the US, the answer to this question is whether you need to worry about silent SMS, is that all the carriers in the US have now turned down 2G and 3G, which means that the silent SMS type attack has no validity anymore. And there's a couple reasons why. So one is that the 2G and 3G type connections were vulnerable, but it's shut down. Now, even when 2G and 3G were still a thing, the only value out of a silent SMS attack, and it really shouldn't even be called that, it's just a silent SMS ping, is that law enforcement used it to quickly figure out what cell tower you're connected to. So a silent SMS can't even tell the GPS location. It's just simply to show that this is the strongest signal towards this tower, which means they could figure out, let's say, within 50 meters to 300 meters that you're in this part of the city and you're closest to this particular cell tower. And so that's really the only value out of it. It's not even really an attack because it doesn't take control of anything. And in fact, I've got a list here of what it can't do. So, they call it a silent SMS attack, but it can't take over your phone. It can't read your messages. It can't clone your SIM. It can't bypass apps or encryptions. It can't control your device. It can't install software. The only thing that it could do is determine which cell tower your phone is connected to, signal timing, and maybe some network level metadata that has very little value. So it's just a quick way for law enforcement to look for a missing person, or maybe there's a criminal and they just want to know where that person might be by pinging their phone. But this has no value anymore and it doesn't work because 2G and 3G has been shut down. The other things that have evolved over the last couple of years is that the carriers in the US have put filtering in for the silent SMS. The other thing that has evolved over the last couple of years is that Apple with their iOS and Android both now have filtering that they'll just reject a silent SMS if it gets to the phone. So the answer to the question is you don't have to worry about silent SMS. Somebody can't use it to ping and see where your location is and what tower you're connected to. And so the answer is no. Going into 2026, you don't need to worry about silent SMS. If you see these videos about silent SMS, silent zero, silent pings, just you can ignore it. Now, with that said, what you do need to worry about are the SIM swaps. These bad actors that want to steal your mobile account away, use that to reset your passwords, get into your applications, go after your bank, your crypto, your cloud, your business email, your personal email. If they SIM swap you, even if they don't get money from you or crypto from you, if they SIM swap you, get into email, they can sync up an app, get 1, 2, 3 years worth of your email. And what kind of damage could they do? And so, of course, I want to plug Afani. Afani, we resell AT&T and Verizon. The SIM swap security is built in, so that your mobile account can never be stolen away by one of these bad actors. And we back it up with a $5 million insurance policy. We'd love to have you check us out further. Go to Afani.com to learn more about Afani. We also have a YouTube channel, and obviously you already know that because you're watching this video. So become a sub. Sometimes we do giveaways, and we'd love to have you join our Secure Mobile community. Thank you.